Good to see Rachel Ellering come back, and also great to see Dasha Gonzalez get her chance to be in an AEW ring. I'm Joe Retlin with my review of the AEW Women's Tag Team Tournament Cup. Night 2, the quarterfinals, the deadly draw continues. Semifinals, and then the finals follow, which is usually how a tournament works. So among the semifinalists, which of these 4 teams will top the others? Shivani and Veda Scott on commentary. Veda Scott lending a lot of credibility as far as being a journeywoman of independent wrestling and really does know a lot. And she took over for most of this. Shivani got in some lines, but he sounded like he was really tired. I mean, he is in his early 60s, so maybe he was. And Veda also should have taken over, as she knows a lot about women's wrestling. Big Swole and Little Swole draw chips. They're teaming up. Leva Bates and Rashea Chanel draw chips. So, Big Swole and Little Swole. I don't know if that's actually her sister or not, but you know what? If it is, good. And regardless, they both work well together. And Little Swole actually is really technically sound. Big Swole is pretty good in the ring as well. Leva Bates. I hate the librarian gimmick. I will say that I think she's trying, but it just wasn't fucking working. Rashea Chanel actually has been able to hit some good moves when they give her a chance. This gimmick is bloody fucking rotten. I'm sorry, it just is. The way that she's walking, it looks like an antelope's being electrocuted like towards a freaking river. I just don't know what the fuck this gimmick's supposed to be. It's not even a runway walk. It's just so goddamn bizarre. If these women can work, yes, you need characters, but let them fucking work. Also, this went way too fucking long. I recognize they're having to fill time, but for fuck's sake, this should have ended in 5 minutes after Big and Little Swole got the victory. Leva hit a couple moves. Rashea didn't really do much, and there was a nice, double team where Big and Little Swole won. Which, good. They should have fucking won. And I know they got injuries to their women's division. I recognize that. Statlander, Britt Baker, and Sheeta's not going to compete in this. I recognize that. And I recognize because of travel restrictions or just having to go with indie women that they can find that will drive there or they can fly there and they can use. But I'm sorry, this match should have not got, this match even shouldn't have even fucking been featured. It just shouldn't. Big and Little Swole were fine. Leva Bates is good as a manager. Rashea Chanel needs more seasoning. That's just how it is. Medusa then says, oh, hey, Dasha, you're going to wrestle. Okay, and then she seemed really shocked. And her and Rachel Ellering are teaming up. I will say this much. Dasha Gonzalez, you can tell, is a tremendous athlete and was trying. She actually did have a couple indie matches, and then I suffered some kind of injury. I don't remember what. I don't remember if it was Achilles or ACL or what it was. But I know she had injuries, and I know that even after she recovered, they made her a backstage interviewer. Rachel Ellering, daughter of Precious Paul Ellering, one of the greatest wrestling managers of all time. And they took on Ivelisse and Diamante. Dasha tried. Dasha did pretty well. Now, was it a little awkward? Sure. Also, it was her first match back in quite a goddamn while. It was okay. Code Red pinned Dasha. The match was alright. It wasn't great, but it wasn't that bad. This one didn't necessarily... It didn't offend me. At least you could tell the women were trying, and the right team went over. And Dasha seemed very gracious afterwards. Alex Marvez looks like he's about to be laid out and have words spoken over him. What the fuck is the matter with him? What the actual... And I'm sure he's a nice guy, but god damn, he has a screen presence of, poking a dead horse with a stick. Good grief. The show was okay. I mean, I'm glad they're giving the women this platform, but just... One of those matches went on way too long, and the other one was just fine. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm Joe Retlin. I'll see you soon.